Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome to Police Chase. Today we're kicking off a brand new series, When People Messed with the Wrong Cops, where every dumb move instantly triggers justice mode. Alright, let's dive in. Knoxville, Tennessee, January 28th, 2026. The search for a missing 15-year-old girl became dangerous when Knoxville police tracked her to an apartment with Angel Melendez, 46, who was wanted for harboring a runaway teenager and stealing weapons. After repeatedly identifying themselves, officers from the task force entered the apartment with the owner's consent and found Melendez and the girl in a small bedroom.
Police department! Police department! Hands up now! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
Melendez then suddenly pulled out a handgun and pointed it at the officers, prompting two officers to open fire.
I got it! Bravo 1. Bravo 1 to Echo 1. That's the police! Police, hands up now!
Fatally wounding him. Seconds later, the missing teenager attacked Officer Terry Crow with a large knife, slashing his helmeted head before officers subdued her. She was unharmed, but was later charged with assault and examined at UT Medical Center. Another reminder of how quickly these operations can spiral out of control. On July 11th, 2022, Corporal Tyler Van Schoik of the Arkansas State Police was moving into position to take over a chase. Ahead of him, a gray SUV carrying two suspects had fled from Little Rock Police, heading south on Highway 367. The warrant had been given to end the chase as quickly as possible, but cautiously.
Wall Street, South Alabama, traffic light, speed 70 miles an hour. 49, which is about 40. Dashcam, southbound, Captain Wood. Traffic light, medium, speed 70.
The chase continued into rural roads, stalling for time but not much. Ahead lay a more populated stretch of road, with grocery stores, banks, even a daycare center. Continuing the chase would be far more risky. Van Schoik waited, observed, then saw an opportunity.
Southbound Rob Street, Patterson, southbound bar, speed say 80 miles an hour.
With the road straight and the space clear, he pulled in and executed a precise pit that sent the SUV veering off course, crashing into a utility pole, sending dust flying.
Approaching Southern Bell, one failed pit attempt, southbound Arch. Traffic light, speed 60.
One failed pit attempt, Southern Bell, southbound Arch.
Let me see your hands! Hands out the fucking window! Stand away from me! Face away from me, motherfucker! Stand back to my boys!
A few moments later, it was over. Both suspects were arrested and faced multiple criminal charges, ending a chase that nearly turned out to be much worse. Jonesboro, Arkansas, February 9th, 2024. Rush hour traffic was chaotic as a white Chevrolet Malibu sped away from Arkansas State Police, triggering a high-speed chase exceeding 130 miles per hour. The driver weaved recklessly through traffic, ran red lights, crossed grassy areas, and sped through construction sites as officers pursued on highways and residential streets. Assistant Officer Victor Garcia performed numerous pit maneuvers throughout the chase, ramming the Malibu multiple times as the suspect repeatedly regained control and continued to flee. The suspect then jumped out of the vehicle and ran through nearby backyards, throwing a black bag over a fence while officers chased after him. Following a brief chase, police apprehended the suspect before searching a discarded bag believed to contain contraband or illegal weapons. Both vehicles sustained significant damage, but notably, no civilians were injured in the pursuit.
In this backyard somewhere.
April 28, 2026, Hempstead County, Arkansas. While patrolling Highway 29 near a Shell gas station, Corporal A. Colvin spotted a beige Mercury Grand Marquis with license plates belonging to another vehicle. The driver, Kaiwan Washington, stated he had recently purchased the car and admitted to having no insurance.
This is Miranda. Hey, you doing alright? Trooper called me, Arkansas State Police. Reason I'm stopping you, man, these tags don't come back to this car.
I just got another tag. I just purchased this vehicle a couple days ago. I got the tag to go to this car. I didn't put it on here yet.
So why is this one on there?
It's a paper tag. They put it on here whenever I bought it from the
This ain't a paper tag, this is a real tag.
The tag is on here. I bought it. When I bought the car, they gave it to me for a temporary thing until I got my paper tag.
Hey.
While dispatchers checked the arrest warrant, officers noticed Washington constantly moving inside the vehicle. When ordered to exit, he suddenly unbuckled his seatbelt, shifted the Mercury into forward gear, and sped away.
G10, go ahead.
He's passing cars opposite way, south on Hazel. What's your Pearl Street? Avenue C, coming up the red light on 3rd. Just off the track. Going through the stop sign at 2nd.
Hey, what color is that Mercury?
The Tangram, I just went back north on Main. At 3rd and Hazel.
Try to TD on it, it won't.
The pursuit quickly escalated. Washington sped down Highway 29 at nearly 90 miles per hour, crossing the center line, overtaking illegally, ignoring stop signs, and swerving across bridges and rural roads while weaving into the opposite lane.
67 north south. He just turned on Elm Street, north on Elm.
North on Elm.
Through the tracks on Second, coming up to Hervey. North, we're going north on Hervey.
TVI unsuccessful. Straight session of tracking.
Oh, there's large odor of marijuana coming from the car. He's about 100 still, left on them.
After a few miles, officers attempted a TVI maneuver, but the Mercury lost control, veered off the road, plunged down a slope, and crashed violently into a tree. Officers rushed in as Washington crawled out of the wreckage before being subdued and arrested.
He wrecked out in the curve. Hempstead 1002 is our call.
Hey, hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Come this way!
Damn, you ain't smoking.
Oh, yeah.
After receiving treatment at a local hospital, Washington was detained at the Hempstead County Jail on multiple charges. Ultimately, the aging Grand Marquis had no chance. Its desperate escape plan failed under relentless police pressure. On March 9, 2023, in Jacksonville, Florida, Florida Highway Patrol, FHP, officers stopped a silver Toyota Camry on the highway for suspected violations of window tinting regulations.
How you doing? Good. I'm Trooper Johnny from the Florida Highway Patrol. Reason for the traffic stop is the window tint on the vehicle.
When another officer approached and asked her to get out of the car, the driver suddenly accelerated and sped away, narrowly missing the officer standing by the door.
No, no. Just watch traffic when you exit out. Also watch traffic before you go back
A chase ensued as she recklessly drove through intersections and traffic, even cutting across busy parking lots at stores like Walmart and Target to evade the police.
Hey, she can't get out of this place.
Yeah, you can do it. Traffic 157-1031. On Collins and Collins Red, Walmart parking lot. That's not our call. Jesus, she lands in the hole, that's traffic. Traffic, more traffic. Westbound Holland. Can you put a stop? Yeah. That's 157, you guys ready for the stop? put it into a side yard. Over here. Check it. Pull it side yard. Are you stopping over here? That's more for a while. 26, that's not parking lot.
Jack, going through the Target parking lot. I'm slowing down. We're at 15 miles an hour. She's on the Target call.
Parking lot on the call.
As her speed slowed down in a parking lot, officers performed a pit maneuver to reduce the danger to those around her. The Camry lost control and crashed into shopping carts and building materials outside a Home Depot store, bringing the pursuit to a halt. The suspect attempted to run into the store, but police quickly apprehended her. She was taken to jail on charges including fleeing from police, reckless driving, and charges related to the prior arrest warrant.
Jack, 1013.
410-4-1. Hit right in front of the Home Depot. She ran on foot into Home Depot. We got her to do 1015.
On August 29, 2025, O'Fallon police responded to reports of a man armed with a knife at a home on West Madison Street. When officers arrived, they found two victims, later identified as the suspect's wife and stepdaughter, fleeing the property with stab wounds, while 53-year-old Matthew Blank followed behind holding a knife.
Drop the... Hey, drop the fucking knife! Drop the knife! Drop the...
An officer repeatedly ordered Blanca to drop the weapon, but he continued advancing. Fearing for the safety of the victims and responding officers, the officer opened fire, striking Blanca. Despite immediate medical aid, he was pronounced dead at the scene. The two victims survived and were treated for non-life-threatening injuries.
No, just grab the other arm, get him in custody. All right. Go ahead and send him straight to the scene.
After reviewing the investigation, prosecutors ruled the shooting justified and declined to file charges against the officer. This case serves as a reminder that domestic violence situations can become deadly within seconds. Do you think the officer had any other realistic option once an armed suspect continued advancing after repeated commands?
Still breathing.
On January 31st, 2024, a motorist reported a white Nissan Rogue traveling south on I-75 while the driver displayed what appeared to be an AK-style rifle. Troopers located the SUV near mile marker 115. When officers attempted a stop, the driver sped away, weaving through traffic. The pursuit escalated as the suspect used both shoulders and exceeded 130 miles per hour. As congestion built near Pine Ridge Road, the vehicle slowed, allowing a trooper to execute a pit maneuver that safely disabled the SUV. driver, identified as Adler Telfort, surrendered without incident. Investigators later found multiple toy guns and a marijuana joint inside the vehicle. Telfort was arrested and transported to the Collier County Jail for processing.
Northbound.
Los Angeles, California. Around 9:40 a.m. on April 8, 2026, Los Angeles police officers spotted a new BMW being pursued near the intersection of Central Avenue and Town Avenue. As officers pursued and requested assistance, the BMW suddenly accelerated onto Highway 5, triggering a chase.
Stand by for the interchange.
1812 is correct. Only 29 entering the 10 eastbound with the river cross.
No hold. Don't take primary.
1812, we're going to be in pursuit of a Gold 6 Charles vehicle. We're going to be continuing southbound on the 5 from Indiana. Black BMW 2-door.
About a minute later, the driver exited the highway at Olympic Boulevard, but instead of giving up, he abruptly turned the vehicle on the exit ramp and sped into the opposite lane, crashing head-on into oncoming police cars in a violent collision that abruptly ended the chase.
Hey, let me see your hands. Don't move.
The driver, identified as 30-year-old Jesus Ernesto Jaime, got out and stood behind the BMW as officers repeatedly urged him to surrender. Instead, Jaime pulled a semi-automatic handgun from his belt and pointed it at an officer, leading to a police-involved shooting. Jaime was shot and collapsed at the scene, where paramedics later pronounced him dead. A passenger inside the BMW surrendered unharmed and was arrested.
Don't do it. Stay on the fucking ground! Stay on the fucking ground!
Investigators recovered a loaded Glock 9mm handgun at the scene and a loaded .357 Magnum revolver inside the BMW. 2 officers injured in the incident were treated and discharged, while no bystanders were injured. On August 8, 2025, Arkansas State Police officers spotted a speeding Honda Accord with expired license plates and no seatbelt. Instead of stopping, the driver sped, swerving between lanes and deliberately obstructing the patrol car as the chase intensified.
The green Honda Accord, Tennessee boy Robert.
Driver Romello Ware kept the Honda close to both lanes to prevent tactical intervention, forcing officers to wait for the right moment.
Trying to get him to stop at the 2-mile mark.
Southbound.
10-4. 1037.
10-2-3 in that direction.
After several failed attempts, they finally succeeded in a TVI maneuver, causing the Accord to crash into a concrete bridge barrier. But even after the crash, Ware attempted to flee, dragging the damaged Honda along the roadside until the patrol car finally struck it to stop it.
Let me see your fucking hands! Let me see your fucking hands! Get out of the car now! Get out of the car now!
The officer pulled Ware out of the wreckage and immediately smelled a strong odor of marijuana. Upon searching, they found an open bottle of alcohol and a half-smoked joint under the driver's seat. Ware subsequently refused a breathalyzer test and was charged with multiple offenses, including fleeing the scene, reckless driving, driving under the influence of alcohol, and possession of narcotics.
Turn around now! Turn around now!
On Friday, October 28, 2022, the Wosa Police Department arrested 6 individuals following a retail theft and high-speed pursuit. The suspects had stolen screwdrivers and gloves from a Home Depot store and were involved in an armed carjacking. After attempting to steal another vehicle, they fled, triggering a high-speed chase with the police. The pursuit came to an end after officers used a tire deflation device to slow the vehicle, causing it to crash. Thankfully, the crash was minor and no one was injured during the incident.
Caution, it was used in a carjacking in Brown Deer.
All right, we lost a tire here at Hampton. 45 miles an hour. All right, they just got pinned in by another truck. Bill.
The suspects were taken into custody, marking the successful conclusion of a dangerous and fast-moving situation.
How many in custody?
120, I'll be out at 9 on Hampton.
106, I have incident, ma'am.
On May 24, 2023, Cobb County Police located a stolen vehicle on I-75 South, driven by a suspect linked to an armed robbery. The pursuit began after the suspect committed the robbery and then stole a pickup truck in a frantic bid to escape.
For heavy traffic on the right shoulder, 80 miles an hour. Get off of Windy Hill.
There is a third place to be in this place.
As officers closed in, the suspect discarded his weapon but continued to hold a knife to his neck, creating a tense standoff.
Alright, let's see what's coming up!
After a brief standoff, the suspect finally dropped the knife and complied with police orders, lying down on the ground to be taken into custody. In tears, the suspect reportedly said, "I just wanted to get away." The pursuit ignited on downtown Atlanta highways, where a gray Dodge Challenger tore through traffic at extreme speed. A GSP trooper stayed close, radioing updates as the chase swept past John Wesley Dobbs and Ellis Street.
Atlanta. 1080 times 2, 1080 times 2, gray Charger and a white one, or excuse me, Challenger. Gray Challenger and a white Challenger, no 28 on either one of them. John Wesley Dobbs passing Ellis. Going to the interstate, going connector south.
Back on I-75/I-85 South, speed surged. The Challenger weaved through dense traffic near University Avenue, Langford Parkway, and Cleveland Avenue, refusing to yield as sirens blared.
Southbound Riverdale, almost 1050. Still going.
Can I get there for 85?
Yes, but you're probably better off. I don't know, to be honest with you. We're passing up Clayton County units now, stand by.
Near Riverdale, Officer Matthews attempted a pit once, briefly spinning the car. A second decisive maneuver sent the Challenger flying into a grassy ditch, ending the chase in clouds of white smoke.
All right, stand by. Multiple pits and contacts.
On October 24th, Troop A responded to a report of a stolen green Jeep Gladiator taken from a hospital near Desi 630, possibly with a firearm inside. The vehicle was tracked onto US 167, where it sped away and the driver clearly refused to stop.
Right now it's going to be 1063.
36, 10-4.
I'll be 1037.
134.
TBI. Rollover. Rollover. Start 1016.
Troopers performed a TVI, causing the Jeep to overturn. The driver, Paige Chandrell Flood, was ejected and seriously injured. A stolen SIG 9mm pistol was recovered, and multiple felony charges are being pursued.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands!
The intense pursuit began when Arkansas State Police chased a green SUV traveling at speeds exceeding 145 kilometers per hour. Despite repeated orders to stop, the suspect recklessly weaved through traffic, creating extreme danger for other motorists.
Great. I'm getting on at the 97. Y'all heading towards Plymouth.
The chase ended when the vehicle lost control and plunged into a roadside ditch at a curve. Officers quickly moved in, drew their weapons, and took the suspect into custody, demonstrating swift and professional action.
On your face! Get on the ground, motherfucker! Get on the ground! You're about to get shot! Get down! Down on foot, down on foot. Get down! Let me see your hands! You better let me.
On July 14, 2025, Trooper Keaton Ramsey responded to a pursuit initiated by Clarksville Police involving a gray Chevrolet S10 fleeing eastbound from Interstate 40 onto Highway 64.
Advising net direct, K-22 pursuit.
Ramsey assumed primary and executed a controlled TVI. The vehicle crashed into a ditch, and the driver, Louis Black, was arrested without incident on multiple violations and an active warrant.
Going to Clarksville, we're trying to block TVI. TVI is successful. Crashed out.
Hands! Hands! Put your hands up!
On April 13, 2021, along Interstate 16, officers observed a maroon Ford F-150 swerving dangerously between lanes, nearly colliding with other vehicles. When signaled to stop, the driver ignored commands and sped north onto I-75. The truck weaved through traffic, frequently driving onto the emergency lane and disregarding traffic signals, creating a highly hazardous situation for motorists along the route.
169.
Near exit 169, law enforcement executed a tactical maneuver that caused the F-150 to lose control, veer off the road, and come to a complete stop.
He's off the right shoulder.
Hands! Hands!
The driver, later identified as 16-year-old Havati Ahmadi, abandoned the vehicle and fled on foot into nearby woods. Officers quickly pursued and apprehended him, bringing the dangerous situation under control. On July 12, 2018, Florence County deputies attempted to stop 22-year-old Brittany Nicole Jeffs for a traffic violation. She initially pulled into a parking lot where a male passenger exited and was arrested, but Jeffs suddenly sped off, leading deputies on a dangerous pursuit. She veered off-road, crashed through a fence at an RV business, then returned to the roadway. Despite nearly being boxed in, she forced her way through and continued into a residential area, plowing through backyards and nearly flipping her SUV. The chase ended when a deputy struck her vehicle, causing it to roll several times. Jeffs was ejected and taken to a hospital. After recovering, she faced multiple charges for her reckless actions. St. Johns County, Florida. On June 2nd, 2025, deputies responded to a report of a suspicious person at the St. Augustine Premium Outlets.
I got suspect here in South Francis.
Believing he was impaired, deputies pursued him onto State Road 16, where he entered oncoming traffic and nearly caused head-on collisions. To end the chase, deputies deployed stop sticks and used a Péti maneuver, bringing the vehicle to a stop. Middleton was arrested and charged with DUI, reckless driving, fleeing and eluding, and possession of drug paraphernalia. On April 25th, 2021, in Atlanta, Georgia, GSB troopers Andis Miles and Hun were on the lookout for a stolen landscaping truck barreling toward the Atlanta metro area. They spotted the vehicle on I-75 South and attempted to pull it over. Unsurprisingly, the driver had no intention of stopping.
Stopping now. Ain't stopping yet. Carway now. Clear that now, that point. Black hat back, black short sleeve.
See if I can get him to go. I'm gonna see if I can get him to go.
Stand by, go ahead.
The chase came to a dramatic end when the driver, Terrell Williamson, lost control and rolled the truck. Troopers quickly surrounded the vehicle and pulled him out through the shattered front windshield. Williamson was taken to the hospital with minor injuries, and after being medically cleared, he was booked into Fulton County Jail without further incident. As for why he stole the truck, and that remains a mystery. Perhaps he was a rival landscaper with some questionable business tactics. The The video captures a tense high-speed pursuit between the Washington County Sheriff's Office and a gray Ford Mustang on December 20th, 2024 in Florida. The chase began on Highway 79 after the driver refused to pull over.
County's asking if you want spikes.
Dashcam footage shows the Mustang racing through traffic, making reckless passes and detouring onto dirt roads and cemeteries. During the pursuit, a collision ripped off the rear bumper, sending up smoke and debris. The chase ended when the Mustang lost control during a sharp turn and crashed. The driver, identified as Alex Daniel, fled into nearby woods but was quickly apprehended and now faces drug-related charges.